Welcome back. It's time for some motivation this Monday, and everyone needs just a little bit of that every single week. That's why we bring it to you right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinso, and it's great to have you back with us. And on motivation today, we have Mr. Bisi Akande. He is the inspirer and is called to inspire individuals to lead better so they can live better. He's also a certified speaker, trainer, coach. He's with the Maxwell Leadership Certified Team, which is a network of independent international coaches, leadership coaches, and speakers. Today, we are wrapping up on our conversation on the 3 pillars of success. And we've done quite a bit in this area. Hopefully, we've been able to give people, a lot they can learn from. But
I believe so.
The 3rd pillar is where we want to wrap up today, which we've considered leadership. But not just leadership, self-leadership.
Yep, and I think it's very critical because self-leadership is the most difficult of all leadership.
Okay.
Like I always say, it's easy for you to tell people what to do. The tough part is when you tell you what to do, because most time when you tell you what to do, that's the one you don't follow. And I think it's because our culture kind of does not allow for self-leadership as much. You don't pay attention to it because, of course, if I'm the boss, I can come in late and nobody questions me. I can do what I like, nobody questions me, but I can question other people. So that makes it a little difficult. And self-leadership is critical because if you can't really lead yourself, it's going to be difficult to lead other people. But trying makes it very difficult. And self-leadership is when you are able to manage yourself, manage your work, manage the way you do things so that you can apply yourself in the way that you should apply yourself to do the things you need to do. And I think that's the best way to inspire others to do the right things.
Okay, so what skills do you believe we need to have to properly lead oneself? What do we need to truly learn? Because I feel like self-leadership is something that is learned. It might not just be something that people are born with. Or am I wrong?
No, you're right. Some people say are leaders born. Some people say leaders are born, some people say leaders are made. Anyway, whether you're a leader or not, you are born. So everybody is born, so leaders are born. The truth is that I think the first thing that we need is self-awareness.
Okay.
People want to meet other people, but they never get to meet themselves. And because of the lack of self-awareness, we're not able to apply ourselves the way we should apply ourselves. So self-awareness is when you know what your strengths are. What are my strengths? What are the triggers that disturb me? Or what are the things that bring me out? What's my best place to operate? What strengths do I have? Then what weaknesses do I have? Because when you get into a place where you are not competent, the best thing to do is not to lead, but to follow. What are the things that will mitigate against what I'm supposed to be doing? By the time you know yourself very well, then you can begin to apply yourself the way you should apply yourself. So it begins with you knowing yourself, self-awareness. And I think if there's one other skill or 2 other skills that you really need to do is you need self-discipline or self-regulation. And I think the best person to know is actually yourself. The best thing to do about yourself is to master yourself. Because when you have self-mastery, then you can master every other thing that you do around you.
Can we go a little bit deeper into this issue of discipline? Some people think of discipline as, okay, waking up at a certain time or getting to a particular location on time. But then I feel like it goes a little deeper, teaching yourself, not to maybe even overeat, or teaching yourself to keep fit, teaching yourself or making yourself learn more, read more books and the like.
One of the things that self-discipline does is that it helps consistency. It moves you from intensity to consistency.
Okay.
Now, you rightly said, this is what I want to do. Then I do it. That's self-discipline. So if self-discipline is waking up at a particular time, once you have agreed that this is my time, not someone else's time probably, this is my time, I need to wake up at 5 o'clock. Then you wake up at 5 o'clock. I need to go to the gym every day at 5:30. You get to the gym at 5:30. I need to read 1 book per week or 1 book per month, and you do it. Self-discipline is, this is what I want to do, and I get to do it. It means, actually, it's like betting on yourself. And the truth is that if you can't bet on yourself, nobody will.
Wow. Wow. I feel like tweeting that. Or do they call it Xing now? I don't know what they call it now. But really, when you think about it, those who exude certain aspects of discipline, maybe on social platforms, for instance. I know there's a particular head of a bank or former head of a bank who shows us videos of himself at the gym shows us videos of himself reading, shows us videos of, I sort of feel like sometimes it becomes like face value. It might be just something people are showing other people. I'm not sure how skin deep it actually is. When do you, as a leader, begin to actually truly begin to lead oneself? What is it you have to note about yourself to know that you've reached that point?
It's a continuous process. You really might not be able to reach that point because sometimes you drop the ball. But when you drop the ball, you get back in the game, you pick up the ball again. Now, I think that the way things are going now, people want to show and show and show. But the truth of the matter is that it is what you do in secret that impresses me, not what you do in the open. So if you show me a lot of things, I'm not too sure. Of course, I stumbled on a video where somebody gets people to get into a plane, a private jet. It looks like a private jet, but it's not a private jet.
Okay.
They get in there, they snap, and then they take pictures, and then they show it to the world that, oh, I traveled to this, I traveled to that.
Okay.
I mean, you're deceiving yourself because the truth of the matter is that, does it really bother me? Does it change anything about me? But if you do it in private, if it is what you do, you wake up every day, you go to your work, you wake up every day, you do what you need to do, you say you want to read, you are disciplined enough to say, well, though I'm the boss, I'm in the office at, I know a bank MD who goes to the office at 8 a.m. every day once he's going to the office, and he's done that for like 15 years or so. He's my friend, so I know that's what he does. That impresses me, but not what we show really as much.
What sort of impact does proper self-leadership have on those you are trying to lead?
When you self-lead, what happens is that you really don't need to talk to people about leading themselves because, see, the best form of leadership is modeling leadership.
Okay.
People do what people see. Let me take that again. People do what people see. And that's why when children observe you, you can tell them all you want to tell them. But the moment they see what you are doing, they're going to just fall into it and practice it immediately. So modeling leadership, the moment you begin to model leadership, then people can lead better. They can also follow your footsteps, not what we tell them. So I think that's the greatest impact of self-leadership. It helps a lot of people to be able to look at role models and say, okay, this role model is good enough for me, and they follow. And that way we have more leaders around.
So do you believe that if you see a particular team looking unruly or a particular workforce maybe not exactly achieving their goals, you believe truly that it has everything to do with the leader?
I believe truly it has everything to do with the leader. However, sometimes it's not the man at the head that is the leader. Sometimes you have a group and somebody from the middle just picks up leadership and then people follow him.
Okay, all right. You know what? There's still so many angles to dissect on this, but your opinion is just as important to us. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Tell us what you think about this issue of self-leadership as one of the 3 pillars of success. Thank you so much, Mr. Akande, for talking to us again.
Yeah.
All right, then, at this point, we have another quick break coming your way, but there's still more. Don't go